To introduce us to Cedar Lay is Don Carlston.
Thank you. I'm the Carlston brother who had the foresight not to join Broderbund. Having grown up with these guys and knowing that unless hell froze over, I was going to be employed gainfully longer than they were, which actually turned out to be true. Anyway, I'm very pleased to introduce Cedar Lay, who took English and journalism from our next award winner, and as a result of the journalism class, became editor of the school newspaper, the Pepper Box, and after 1 year as editor, was co-editor of it with his current girlfriend, Sarah Hahn, who is here with him today. And then after she served as a year as co-editor, she became editor-in-chief. So they ran the school newspaper, if not actually the school, for 3 years. And the influence that the next award winner had on them in many aspects of their lives is just so apparent. Cedar went on to UCSB, where he was a staff writer for the newspaper for a time, ultimately became a linguistics major, graduating with honors, and now intends to go after the PhD in linguistics. His girlfriend, Sarah, minored in media studies and was a writer for the college, an editor of her college newspaper as well, before ultimately straying and going into pre-med. And I think the influence of the award winner is even more apparent by the fact that she apparently told them in high school that they really ought to get together, which they did after high school. And so we're very pleased to have them both here and to have Cedar Lay introduce our next award winner.
Okay, I am by no means a public speaker, and even if I were, I am confident that there is no way I could possibly do justice to the difference that Ms. Danielle Lehman has made in hundreds of students' lives since her first year at Arcata High, which was also coincidentally my first year as editor-in-chief of the school newspaper. She is not only the most influential teacher that I have had after 4 years of high school, 4 years of college, a year teaching myself abroad. She is also a role model, a mentor, a friend, and apparently a future relationship predictor. She has an exceptional ability to get down on her students' level and to treat you like a real person and not just a student and not just a part of her workday. She spent countless nights after school until 11 p.m., midnight, helping us meet our deadlines for the school paper. I feel like I have to give a shout out to her husband, Chris, and her daughters, Natalie and Lizzie, for letting us take her away from her newly formed family to help us with our paper. And my final year in high school, we received really devastating news that because of budget cuts, we were actually going to lose our program. And the Pepper Box, our school newspaper, was going to be cut, which was absolutely terrible. It was a huge part of a lot of students' lives, and we had invested so much time in and out of school, making it possible. And thanks to Ms. Lehman being such an extraordinary teacher, she actually volunteered to turn the Pepper Box into a club. And as if she hadn't spent enough time outside of school already, she decided to take the entire program outside of normal school hours, take it after school, lunch periods, so that we could still continue producing the paper And we could keep having students who were advertising managers learning about business, or managing editors learning how to manage a team and have people work cohesively together, or photo editors learning how to take their artwork to a publication. So, as I said, there are no amount of words, and I would be here all week if I was going to stand here and tell you everything she's done. But without further ado, Ms. Danielle Lehman.
So thank you. It's just an absolute honor. And I think someone said it before that it's so rare to be recognized in such a public way as a teacher. And I think we can see it in our students, but it's never this formalized. So I have been so lucky in my career to work with amazing colleagues, administrators who went along with some of my really crazy ideas. Thank you, Superintendent. To my in-laws who provide a lot of free babysitting. To my husband for giving me the courage to follow my heart. To Natalie and Eliza, my incredibly intelligent and kind daughters who were very patient with the long hours and provided a lot of artwork to the students who were working on the newspaper. To my parents for teaching me to dream and then believing me when I went after them. But really what they don't tell you when you become a teacher, I really knew I was going to go in and I was going to give my entire heart and soul to those kids. But what you don't find out is that they give you so much more than you ever possibly could give them. These kids defied every stereotype of teenagers today. They fought for their right to free speech and exercised it, and then used it to give a voice to the voiceless on our campus time and time again. So it was an absolute honor to stand by them and work next to them as partners in that. Working with them made me a better teacher, but it made me an enormously better human being. So I thank you guys for that.